He was an old man that fished by himself in a skiff in the Gulf Stream. He'd gone 84 days without any luck for fish. Those first 40 days, a boy named Madeline fished with him, and he was the best friend. After those 40 days, his parents told him he couldn't go with the old man anymore because he had the worst luck with him. After that, the old man was finally solo, which means he was by himself, which is even worse in terms of luckiness. The first week of taking orders in the other boat, without the old man, they caught 3 good fish. Madeline, it is okay if you stay with them. They have good luck, so you must stay with them. You taught me everything I know. I do not want to leave you. You stay with them. Just use what I taught you. The old man was very old with many scars that were not new. The only thing that was not old about him was his eyes. They were cheerful and undefeated, regardless of how bad his luck was in the past months, while also being the same color as the sea. It won't be the same without having you help me carry the lines and set up the harpoons, but I can handle it. You stay with the boat. I will be fine. All right, old man. You stay safe. The old man had patched sail on his skiff, and he had very old equipment. Every day he would take his sail and the lines home, even though he knew no one would steal from him. Later that day, Madeline comes onto shore with his crew, and they'd already butchered their marlin and carried them to the fish house. They then proceeded to carry it to the fish market in Havana. Madeline then goes to the old man to talk. Can I get you a beer to drink? Yeah, sure. They sat down on the terrace while the old man was made fun of by the other fishermen. But he was not angry at them. Some of the older fishermen looked at him in sadness, but they would not show it in their face. Santiago, can I go and get you fresh sardines for the morning tomorrow? No, I can't just let you buy me bait. No, it's just... okay. I still have my sardines from our trip today. I can bring you 4 of them. I'll just take 1. Actually, I'll just take 2 sardines. Alright, I'll bring you 2 sardines. Thank you. When you go fishing tomorrow, just remember that my parents made me go and I must listen to them. It's okay. I know you did not leave me because you lost confidence in me. They don't have much faith. But we do, and that's all that matters. What do you have for lunch? What do you have for lunch? I have yellow rice and some fish. Do you want some of it? No, I'm good. I'll just eat at home. May I take the cast net? Of course. The boy knew there was no cast net or yellow rice with fish, but they had played out this fiction every time they talked. Wake up, Santiago. The old man slowly opened his eyes as if he were coming out of a long dream. What do you have? We're going to have supper. I'm not very hungry. You won't fish a day while I'm alive. Well, I guess I will eat. Where did you get this fruit anyways? I got it from Martin at the terrace. Well, make sure you thank him. It's alright, I already thanked him. They both ate with no light on the table while it was still dark outside. In the morning, Santiago went over to Madeline and held out one of his feet until he woke up. The boy then woke up sleeping. I'm sorry for waking you. It's alright, this is what a man must do. They both then moved on to go down the road barefoot, carrying the masts of their boats and to go get coffee. How did you sleep, old man? I slept well, Madeline. I felt very confident and lucky today. I do too, Santiago. I'll be right back. I just got to go get the sardines. Have another cup of coffee. We have credit here. The old man drank his coffee very slowly because he knew it was all he was going to have that day. The bonus of his skiff, he had 1 bottle of water because that was all he needed. Good luck, old man. Good luck. The old man heard the other boats dip and push their oars. As he rowed, he could hear the sound of the flying fish leaving the water and jumping back in. He was very fond of the flying fish because they were one of his few friends in the ocean. He felt sad for the birds that were small and delicate because they would never be able to find fish while flying and looking. The birds have a harder life than we do. The sun began to rise, and he could finally see the other boats as the sky lit up and the sun rose from the sea. He thought of the sea as La Mar, because that is what people call it in the Spanish when they love her. Before it was light, he already had baits out and was drifting with the current. He set 4 baits in the water in all different fathoms. The flat sea sent the glaring reflection of the sun into his eyes, but he rowed on in his skiff without looking into it. The old man would talk aloud to himself while at sea, and in his younger days he would have sung at night when he was alone steering with his watch with the turtle boats. He began to talk to himself when the boy had left him. When at sea, it was just considered a virtue not to unnecessarily talk, and the old man had always respected that. But now, he just says his thoughts aloud as many times, since there was nobody he could annoy. If the others heard me, they would have thought I was crazy, but since I know I am not crazy, I do not care. The rich have radios to talk to others on their boats and radios to bring them baseball news, but I do not because I am poor. The old man felt something hard and outstandingly heavy on the line. It was a fish. He let the line slip farther and farther. This unrolled the first of the 2 reserve coils he had. This far out at sea, this must be huge. Come on, fish, eat the sardines. Please eat them. Look how fresh they are while you are deep down in the deep, dark, cold water. Come on now, must another turn and take it. God help him take it. He can't have gone, he must be making another turn. He was just turning, he is going to take it. The fish grabbed the sardine and the hook is now sideways and its mouth is running with it. As it went farther down, the line slipped lightly to the fingers of the old man, and he could still feel the great weight as there was still a heavy pressure on his thumb and finger. He's taken it. Now I must let him eat it. Now the fish was on and the old man could feel that he was hooked. He should start to run with the line or jump or go into the depths below. Nothing happened and the fish just moved away slowly, and the old man could not raise him even an inch. The line he used was strong and it was made for a big fish, and he held the line so taut that a small movement on it sent beads of water jumping from it. The skiff began to move slowly off towards the northwest. The fish moved steadily, and they moved slowly in the calm water. He can't keep this up forever. This will kill him. Noon. It was noon when I hooked him, and I still haven't even seen him. What will I do if he dives down? The old man connected all the reserves from the other baits to line with the fish on the sailed fish. 2 porpoises came around the boat and were playing with each other. They play and make jokes and love one another. They are like our brothers, like the flying fish. The old man began to pity the great fish he had hooked. Never have I had such a strong fish. I wish the boy were here, he thought. The old man had put the line back on his back to relieve pressure from the fish. Maybe if I increase the tension a little more, it will hurt him. He will jump. Let him jump so that he will fill the sacks along the backbone. Yes, if the boy were here, the boy were here. Now, he has jumped and filled the sacks along with his air. Now he cannot go deep down and die. He will start circling soon. He must start working on. Well, you didn't do so badly for something that is worthless. Now I have done my best. He will begin to circle soon. The fight will come. The sun was rising for the 3rd time since he had put out to the sea. The fish was circling slowly, and the old man was wet with sweat and tired into his bones. Could not throw myself now and die on a fish like this. Now that I have him coming so beautifully, God help me endure. I will say Our Fathers, Hail Marys, but I cannot say them now. Please consider them said. I will say them later. For an hour he had been seeing spots for his eyes. Twice he had felt faint and dizzy, and that worried him. Then suddenly he saw a dark shadow that took so long to pass the boat he couldn't believe its length. He can't be that big, but he was that big. He felt faint again. I moved him, he thought. Maybe this time I can get him over. Pull hands, hold on legs. Must get him along this time, the old man thought, but next time I'll pull him over. He tried once more. He felt himself going when he turned on the fish. I'll try it again, the old man promised, and he would only see in flashes. Fish, you're going to die anyway. Do you have to kill me too? In all his pain, he took all his pain, and what was left of his strength and his long-gone pride, and he put it against the fish's agony. I must get him now. Close, close, he thought. I mustn't try for the head. I must get the heart. Now I must have killed this fish who was my brother. Now I must do the slave work. Get to work, old man. The old man did not need a compass to tell him where southwest was. He only needed to feel the trade wind and drawing of the sail. He could see the fish, and he had only to look at his hands and feel the back against the stern. To know this had truly happened and was not a dream. The hands cure quickly, he thought, bled them clean, the salt water to heal them. The dark water of the gulfs is the greatest healer that there is. Then his head started to become unclear, and he was asking himself, is he bringing me in, or am I bringing him in? They were sailing together, lashed side by side, and the old man thought, let me bring him in, if it pleases him. I am only better than him through trickery, and he meant me no harm. They sailed well. The old man soaked his hands in water and tried to keep his head clear. He looked at the fish constantly to make sure it was true. It was an hour before the first shark hit him. It was a very big mako shark, built to swim fast as the fastest fish in the sea. Now he speeded up as he smelled the fresher scent, and his blue dorsal fin cut the water. When the old man saw him coming, he knew the shark had no fear at all, and would do exactly what he pleased. It's too good to be true. Might just as well have been a dream, Mako. Now the fish bleeds again, and there will be others. It was too good to be true. The old man did not look at the fish anymore, since it had been mutilated. The fish had been hit. It was as if he himself had been hit. But I killed the shark that hit my fish, he thought. He was the biggest dinosaur I've ever seen. It was too good to last. He knew that each of the jerking bumps of the shark had been meat torn away, and the fish, now mad, had trails of blood for the shark. As wide as the highway through the sea, he knew quite well the pattern of what could happen when he reached the inner part of the current. But there was nothing to be done now. Yes, there is, he thought. I can lash my knife to the butt of one of the oars. I should bring a stone for the knife, he thought. You should have brought as many things, but did not. Now there's no time to think. Of what do you not have? Think of what you can do with what you have. Give me a good counsel, he thought. I'm tired of it. I'm so an old man, but I will not be unarmed. Come on, Galandos. Come on, Galandos. Come on. Went out too far, fish. No good for you, nor for me. I am sorry, fish. Still have almost half of him left. Maybe I'll have the luck to bring much of him in. I should have some luck. No, you violated your luck when you went too far out. Don't be silly. Stay awake and steer. You still have some luck. I would like to buy some. If there's a place where they sell it, what would I buy with it? A lost harpoon, a broken knife, 2 bad hands? You tried to buy it with days at sea, but they almost showed it to you too. Must not think such nonsense. Luck is a thing that comes in many forms. Who can recognize her? I wish I could see the lights of Havana. I wish for too many things, but that is what I wish now. He saw the reflected glare of the light of the city around him at night. He was stiff and sore now, and his wounds of all the strained parts of his body hurt. He could not talk to the fish anymore because the fish had been ruined too badly. Then something came to his head. Half fish that you were. I'm sorry I went out too far. It ruined us both. But we've killed many sharks, you and I, and ruined many more. How many have you ever killed, old fish? You do not have that spear for nothing. What will you do now if they come in at the night? He thought. What will you do now if they come in at the night? I'll fight them. I'll fight them until I die. Oh, but I hope I do not have to fight that again, he thought. I hope so much I do not have to fight that again. But he fought again and again, and this time the wind's our friend anyway, he thought. Then he added, sometimes. In the great sea with our friends and our enemies, and bed is my friend, just bed. Bed will be a great thing. It is easy when you are not beaten. What beat you? Nothing. I should not too far. Man is not made for defeat. Man can be destroyed, but not defeated. It was quiet in the harbor, and he sailed up on the little patch of shingle below the rocks. There's no one to help him. He unstepped, and the mast furled in the soil. He unstepped the mast and furled the sail. Shuttered the mast and started to climb. It was then he knew the depths of his tiredness. He had to sit down 5 times before he reached the shack. In the morning it was blowing so hard the boats would not be going out, and the boy had slept late, and then had come to the old man's shack. As he had come each morning while the old man was gone, the old man was asleep. The boy saw that he was breathing. And then he saw the old man's hand start to cry. He went out to bring some coffee, and all the way down the road he was crying. Many fishermen around the skiff looked at what was beside it, and one was in the water, his trousers rolled up, measuring the skeleton, prepared to take off his head and the bill. The boy did not go down. He had been there before. Martin. A can of coffee with plenty of milk and sugar in it. The fish that was. There has never been such a fish. Those are 2 fine fish you took yesterday. Never mind about my fish. Does he want a drink of any kind? No, if he does, I'll be back. You tell him how sorry I am. Thanks. I'll get the coffee. You beat me, Madeline. They truly beat me. He didn't beat you, not the fish. You suffer much? Now we'll fish together. No. I am not lucky anymore. The hell with the luck. I'll bring the luck with me. What will your father say? I don't care what he says. Well, we'll have to get a killing lance and keep it on board at all times. It must be very sharp. And that temperature won't break. My knife broke before. I'll get another knife. How many days of heavy wind do we have? Oh, maybe 3, maybe more. I'll have everything in order. You get your hands well, man. They'll be alright in a couple of days. I know how to take care of them. During the night, I spat up something strange. It felt like something in my chest was broken. The old man dreamt of the lions as he slept.